Hi Python programmers. Today I have your starter code and I am going to publish this and get this out to you in GitHub Classroom. So uh, let me go through this. This is about as basic chatbot um, that I could come up with. Some things that are new to you. This import statement, you're going to have to pip install OpenAI here for um, this import statement to work. Um, I have one function here called generate response, and I also have a function named main. Main, there's nothing special about this name, but because I have done this, I have made this a common Python idiom. Well, this is the common Python idiom here, and it checks to see if your code is being run directly or being imported as a module into another program. So, having this if statement here, I could have called this, anything, and then if I had a function named anything, that is what would run first. Okay, so that's how that works. Thing about Open API keys, this API key, I will be sure to delete this key after that, and then it will not work. Typically, you'll have this in another file, but maybe that's advanced. So thinking about advanced here, suggested things to do is to add chat memory to this. You'll see when I run the chatbot that it doesn't know what question I had asked before, so we have to give it chat memory. Also, the answers are constrained, and you don't want to be deploying your chatbot in PyCharm, obviously. So create a local server. I like to use Streamlit. It's very easy to use, but there's another a really nice video that I found, and they have another local server that you can use as well. So use the local server. Modify this, and if I number these, this one would go with this one. Go ahead and modify that to give your user a better experience. Advanced would be using the LangChain framework to create a knowledge base, and then you're going to also be led into creating your own vectors and your own vector database. And then finally, if you get tired of using tokens to use OpenAI's models, you can find an open source large language model. Okay, so this one, unless you're, I don't know, this one is really advanced. I would just say try to get these guys working in the next 2 weeks, and then you'll have a nice Python chatbot that you can share with prospective employers. So how does this work? This is where the API call is made here. So everything here has to be, because you have this package from OpenAI, you have to use their API package directions precisely. And so they have a keyword named model, they have a keyword named messages. You can see that this is a list of messages. You see the list here, and that's how that works. Also, let's see, other key, the choices of 0, and there are other choices. You could display choices like 1 and 2. These are the responses that the chat model that you've chosen will create. So you can experiment with those a little bit. Okay, so that's about it. Here's the main function. First thing it does is use your your OpenAI API key. Okay, so just replace this right here with your key, and this should work fine. So make this code your own. Of course, the print statements, and change those to whatever you want. This is the loop. While true, this will run forever until you break this by typing QUIT or terminating the process some other way. Okay, and that's about it. See how this little program runs here. Hello, what is your name? Notice I gave it a name in the code, so you can change that. What do you do? I also gave it some instructions on what it is. It is a Python teacher. All right. Tell me about loops in Python. I am confused about this topic. ChatGPT 3.5 Turbo takes its time for a little bit. So here's something. You see the code here. Code here doesn't look nice. It would look nice if this was output in a in a browser. So to do that, you are going to have to do this, right? Make this a Streamlit. Get Streamlit hooked up here, or some other local browser, and then your output will look a little bit better. And then another thing about the memory. So I've asked it about loops, so I expect it to know about loops, but watch what happens. Tell me more about this topic. And see, it does not know what the specific topic is. Also, Turbo 3.5, this model is limited. It doesn't know what the current date is. What is current date? It would probably give me the date of its last training update. Okay, so it didn't. That's a good Python. You know what? This little bot gave me a good Python answer, but it didn't give me the answer that I was expecting. So anyway, that concludes this video. Like I say, look for this in the template module. Template remote repository that I create for you in GitHub Classroom.